Character of Macbeth, Part 3, Acts 4 and 5. Having already murdered a king, had his best friend killed, and attempted to slay a child, it would seem that Macbeth could do no worse. Yet, here he is at the start of Act 4, actively seeking out the devil's agents, the witches. When dealing with them a second time, Macbeth's paranoia is foregrounded. He cannot let go about Banquo's family line, and his fears about Macduff are confirmed, leading him to state that he will in future act instinctively without thought for consequences. As a sign of this unwise and impulsive approach, he orders the murder of Macduff's family. This presents to the audience new depths to Macbeth's depravity. Whilst Duncan and Banquo are innocent, their murders are arguably part and parcel of how politics was done in those days. Lady Macduff and her children are a different case. Macbeth cannot reach Macduff, who has fled to England, so out of spite he wipes out his family. This is not mere murder, it's savage slaughter. The official title of the play is The Tragedy of Macbeth, which tells us two important things about the character of Macbeth. One, despite his villainous actions, Macbeth is the hero of the play. And two, he's a tragic hero, which means that he's a good person who's undone by a fatal flaw. Think Darth Vader in the Star Wars films. In Macbeth's case, his fatal flaw is ambition, which blinds him to the consequence of what he's doing and leads to his hubris. However, for a tragic hero to work, the audience has to care about them despite their terrible mistakes. Shakespeare arguably achieves this in the closing scenes of his play. In deciding to meet his destiny and continue to fight Macduff, even though he knows it's a lost cause, Macbeth is able to regain a little of his dignity. He refuses to run away, kill himself, or surrender, and in so doing reminds us of the noble warrior of Act 1. Even Malcolm's supporters begrudgingly acknowledge how Macbeth is acting out of valiant fury. Furthermore, we even begin to pity Macbeth a little, as he privately admits that as a leader and as an individual he's completely blown it. He's not deluded enough to believe that those around him really like or even respect him. He is isolated and alone, and what's worse, it's all of his own making. Not surprisingly then, Macbeth is nihilistic in the final act. Lady Macbeth's death, probably by suicide, prompts a further reflection on life's brevity and pointlessness. Whilst, in a separate soliloquy a short while later, Macbeth sounds close to suicide himself. None of this is to say that Macbeth becomes a good person. He remains overconfident and arrogant, and it takes him far too long to realise how he has been deceived by the witches all along. For the play to have a satisfying ending, Macbeth must die. His hands are too full of the blood of others. Over the course of 5 acts, ambition, fear, and the supernatural have combined to play their part in transforming Macbeth from an honourable soldier to a cruel despot. He is a warning of what happens if we let our unchecked ambition and pride take over and overrule our better natures.